everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. It's a Saturday afternoon. I've got a nice cup of tea on the go and I thought I'd sit down with you all and do a little chit chat, body update and kind of go through what's been going on with me and my weight loss this week. Beautiful. In this week's video I obviously was going to do one of my, now I'm going to start doing it weekly, one of my weekly body progress updates, my weight loss, how I'm getting on. But what I also kind of wanted to do in this video is I wanted to be a bit more real life with you and kind of share that, do you know what, it's taken me a lot of time and a lot of effort to get to the point where I'm at now with my body, and for me I want to be realistic and I kind of want to be a voice to people to show that no matter what you've got going on in your life, we've all got issues going on in our life, but it's mainly how we learn to overcome them and get stronger. So I wanted to promote a really good message about feeling strong and healthy within yourself and kind of share how I overcome my own anxiety in my weight loss. If you want to find out more, then keep watching. So first things first, let's get the results this week out of the way. If you follow me on Instagram, it's Chronicles of Hannah. I'll probably insert it here now. But if you follow me for a while, you'll know that I never intentionally set out to lose weight. It was always for me wanting to feel healthier and feel stronger. So I lost around 3 stone. I went from around 11.5 stone to 8.5 stone, but the main focus for me is more looking at my lifestyle, looking at the kind of foods I eat and kind of learning to improve my lifestyle and so forth. So one also big thing for me, because this week is Mental Health Awareness Week, is that I have been diagnosed with it as well, so it isn't something that, you know, a term that I use lightly, but I have suffered with and I'm in recovery from anxiety. So I have, and I still am having treatment for it, but it can come and go. So although, you know, I'm still perfectly happy and I'm hugely perfectly happy for the life I've got now, I do have my up and down moments and I still feel sad and I have moments where I feel low. So exercise is a big thing for me for that. So I weighed myself this week and I hadn't lost weight and I hadn't gained weight, so I'm still 8 stone 8, which I'm perfectly happy with. And I think, to be honest with you, it's really important that we all kind of go, look, regardless of if we lose weight or if we gain weight, the fact that we're still going through life, we're still powering through. If you've got any kind of mental illness as well, I think you'll know what I mean when it's draining enough as it is sometimes just to actually be normal and get on with your day-to-day life. And this week has been a tough one for me. I've had ups and downs, but the main thing for me is that I've still been consistent with my training and I've still been getting on with things. So I'm looking at I've got a little like bulletin board which basically tells me my workouts. So I worked out and I'm working out 6 times this week, doing 10 to 15 minutes of Pilates at the end of each workout, and I'm doing 4 of the Hannah Eden daily workouts. So I've done 4 of the Hannah Eden daily workouts this week with 2 weight training sessions. So I did a lower body workout on Monday and I did an upper body workout on Wednesday. My anxiety was quite bad then, so I just kind of wanted a workout that wasn't going to be too draining but then also help me release some tension with my weights. In terms of diet, one of the things that can really impact me is obviously with anxiety is that you tend to feel quite like lonely and you feel quite down at times with a mental illness. So one thing that's really hard for me, and I'll be the first to admit that this week I'd say I've been good probably about like normal 80% of the time, but whenever I felt anxious or worried, that is naturally when I crave like treats and cheats. So I had 2 cheat meals, one yesterday, so one last night and one the day before. 1 to 2 cheat meals for me a day is fine. The main thing that I'm trying to work on and overcome is comfort eating. So I'm a lot better than I used to be, but I tend to find when I'm tired, if I've been overthinking things, then that's when I crave like your comfort food, so your chocolate, etc. So for me, the biggest thing, and I'm still working on this, I'm still a work in progress. I think that's another really important thing, is that I think a lot of people nowadays praise you when you're looking great, but then they don't realise that a lot of the time there's a lot of work. You've overcome so much to get to the point that you're at now, so I think it's important to accept that I've done so well to get to the place I am now, but to get to the next stage, I just want to tackle my kind of comfort eating demons head on. Again, I haven't lost anything this week and I haven't gained anything this week, which is perfectly fine, and someone who naturally overthinks things, I've just come to be like, look, that's a good result, considering the ups and downs that I've had. But obviously I need to kind of work a bit more on the things that worry me, the things that get me down. So occasionally, you know what, I'm like any normal girl, so I have issues with body confidence and I worry what people think of me, and it's just those moments where you feel a bit like, oh, I need a bit of a comfort. That's what I need to work on. I've started to do meditations and read and kind of really kind of nitpick at my kind of comfort eating tendencies to see if that can help. But that is obviously something that I'm really good at now. Obviously I'm still on plan, I'm still on target, but for me to get to the next stage, being honest with you guys, obviously life isn't all roses sometimes, and I think the most important thing is to acknowledge that if you maintain your weight, if you're healthy and you're happy and you're strong, then that's the most important thing. So again, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you my current physique, give you an update, probably talk you through some of my problem areas, things that I'm happy with, things I'm looking to improve. And again, I think it's really important to acknowledge is that, you know what, you'll always get the odd like hateful comment and the odd negative Nancy being like, why are you standing in your pants? But for me, I mainly do it because I've got to a point now where I'm feeling more body confident, and I think it's good that I'm kind of enjoying, like, even though I'm 26, like, I feel like I've got a new lease of life and I've found so much confidence in the past year. So I'm hoping to build on that. So what you'll see me next in, you'll see me in my nicks, and here comes the progress update. So guys, I'm back and this is how I am looking currently. As I said, I haven't lost weight and I haven't gained weight this week. I'm still 8 stone 8, but I'm actually really pleased, mainly not with, I mean, I'm happy with what the scales say, but I'm noticing a real difference in my overall shape. So if you'll notice, my bum is looking nice and lifted. The Pilates that I'm doing has worked really well on my abs. And I have got a lot more upper body strength this week. I think it's because I've been powering through a lot, so lifting heavier weights and so forth has really helped. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to shut up, probably put a slow-mo effect on, and just show you what I'm looking like currently. How my body's looking this week. I hope you've enjoyed this little look into how I'm getting on. Please let me know if you kind of enjoy me talking a bit more about mental health and self-love, just because I think it's so important to discuss these things openly and honestly. If you had any questions or any feedback, please subscribe and give the video a like. I really appreciate it. And I'm also loving doing these progress updates, because nothing motivates you more than being in your underwear on the internet. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this this weekly video and progress update, and I'll see you next week. Bye guys.